Hello everyone, thanks for watching. So today is Saturday, September 21st, 2024, and it's about 9:30 in the morning, and today is a first. Today I will be going down to the Toyota dealership to pick up my very first new car that I've ever purchased. And so since I've been 18, I've only ever owned used cars, so this will be my first new car at 53 years old. Over the last 4 years, I've had really bad luck with used cars, and I've only owned used cars since I was 18, and up until 3 or 4 years ago, I've never had any issues. But so yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, I got completely scammed on an SUV, and then the two that I bought after just did not work out very well. So I probably wasted about $35,000 to $40,000 on used SUVs. So I had a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and in February we were on a road trip and one of the oil lines broke and all the oil spilled out, so the engine seized, and long story short, that car is no longer. So I've been without an SUV since February. So I have a 2016 Ford Fusion Hybrid, and that is my everyday driver. So this SUV is mainly going to be for trips and to go up to the mountains to go camping or hiking. It's been a long wait. It's been about 5.5 months since I ordered the car, and so we're going to go pick up the car, and I will let you know about the whole sales experience, the sales process, how much I paid, and I'll also let you know if they upsold me on the True Coat. Oh, you got to get that True Coat. So come along with us today, and we're going to pick up the new car. All right, we are pulling into the dealership. This is Peterson Toyota in Boise. This is actually one of the 12 DeLoreans used in Back to the Future, and it is autographed by Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox. Cool. Here are the autographs right here. All right, we've done a little paperwork, and we're gonna go check out the car. And here it is. All right, we're just leaving the dealership. When we got there, the car had 1 mile on it, and we did a test drive, and now we're leaving the dealership, and it's got 5.5 miles. So this is the standard cloth fabric, and I actually really like the color of this interior, so I'm just gonna have to be really careful to keep it clean. And this is what the third row of seats look like here. So it's got a few little areas to store stuff, and not quite sure what I will store here, but this is pretty cool. And then also over here, you can put things in here as well. This is the screen, and I'm not really into this type of stuff, but I guess it is pretty cool. It mirrors from your phone, and so you could do everything from your phone onto the screen. So I'm pretty used to doing navigation from my phone anyway, so this works out good. So the center console here is fixed, so this slides back, and I actually do like this because it's deep, and then you can slide this back and forth. But what I love most is that you can fit a big hydro flask in there. It won't fit in the cup holders, but it'll fit down here, so that's pretty cool. So it looks like, since I didn't get any options, So the passenger seat is a manual adjustment and the driver's seat is still electric, but the passenger is manual. One thing I did notice is the mirror is just a mirror, so with not getting any upgrades, that must be why I got this mirror. It doesn't have the garage door buttons or anything like that on it. So here's the back here with the 7th and 8th seat folded down, and this is pretty cool. I do like this, how they have the mat here and then it has these creases here for when you fold the seat up and down. So this is the space with the 3rd seat up. So we're back from the dealership and we picked up the car, and the total process today of picking up the car took about 2.5 hours, but we kind of chit-chatted a little bit and we weren't really in a rush, so it wasn't too bad. You just do a lot of signing. So basically we went in and met with the sales rep. I think we signed a few things and then did a little bit of waiting, and then they brought me out to check out the car, and then we did like a little 5-mile test drive. And then when we got back from the test drive, that's when you meet with the finance guy. So based on the requirements I had, there were definitely no cars like that on the lot, so they had to order it. So basically what you have to do when you order a car is you just put down $1,000 deposit. And so after I test drove the Highlander at one of the dealerships, I pretty much had decided that's what I wanted to get. So a few weeks later I went down to the dealership where I ended up buying the car, and the sales process, it was pretty easy. So the only requirements I had for the new car was that I did not want any options. I wanted a certain color, and I wanted all-wheel drive and a hybrid, and no options. So it was pretty simple from that perspective. So basically I let the salesperson know what I wanted, and then he entered that into the system, and they came back to me with a price. But then he did ask me if I was going to be financing the car or paying cash, and I asked if it made a difference. So he basically said if I financed it that he could give me a better price, and I would still be able to pay a big lump sum and then just save like 5 or 6 payments. So the interest would be minimal. So basically the car with all-wheel drive and a hybrid, the price out the door with the destination fees and taxes all in would have been $46,500. And I basically made it easy. So I said, if you could do 46, I'll take the car. And he went back to his manager and came out trying to hold it in, and he said, you got yourself a deal. So I probably could have got the car for 45, maybe 45.5 out the door. And that was with the color I chose, had a $500 premium on it. So if you got a Highlander with no options and a color that did not have a premium on it, you could probably get the car for maybe $45,000 out the door. So it was $43,000 and then $3,000 with taxes and destination fees, and that's why it was $46,000 out the door. So in this whole sales process, and I wouldn't say it was a negative, it's just because I have not experienced this. So about a month after I put the deposit down on the car, I got a call from the sales rep, and he said, I think I found a car for you. And then so he called me back, or I called him, and then he let me know it was charcoal gray, and that was one of my least favorite colors. So I actually turned that down. And then after I turned it down, so that was a month after I put the deposit down. So 2 months after that, so 3 months in, I hadn't heard anything after I turned down the charcoal gray car. So I just started to get a little worried that my time was being wasted. I wasn't sure. I might not have asked, enough questions. So anyway, about 3 months in, I went back in and just told the sales rep that I was open to any colors. And so long story short, after that, I had not heard anything. So we're probably about 4 months in, and I went in again and my sales rep wasn't there. So So one of his colleagues helped me, and he looked me up in the system, and it pulled up right away, and he said, oh, your car's going to be built in about 2 weeks. So it was pretty exciting, and it was my second choice in color. So at that point I knew that I was actually going to be getting a car. So it was just waiting and just not knowing the process. So I don't know if different sales reps would have been different in terms of at least checking in and following up with me, but just by the fact that he did not check in with me, I was still worried that I was wasting my time. I didn't want to wait like 6 months and find out that I was not going to be able to get a car and have to start from scratch all over again. So in picking up the car and talking to the sales rep, the reason why it took so long is I guess at any given time, at least at this dealership, there was about 30 to 40 people in the queue just for a Toyota Highlander Hybrid. So just kind of had to wait in line, and that's basically why it took that long. And I guess right now he said Toyota is slowing down on production on the Highlander. So going in to meet with the finance guy, I kind of had it in my head that I was not going to buy anything or any extended warranties or maintenance packages. But long story short, I ended up getting the extended maintenance and then the extended warranty. So basically with the extended maintenance, you're basically just prepaying for your oil changes, which also includes tire rotations. And right now the oil changes are about $130. So they said you basically save like 20%. So it's just like basically locking in the price on that. And since this was my first new car, I just ended up getting the extended warranty. And since this process took 6 months, I'd saved extra money anyway. So it's not really high pressure. So when you meet with the finance person, he'll just kind of take out a little chart that has a matrix of all the different things they have, and they have a lot of different things you can buy as well, like I think window chips and car dents, things like that. But so anyway, it was not high pressure in any way. He just showed me the chart, and I just ended up doing it. But most of the time is spent in there with the finance guy. It almost seems like you do more signing than you do when you close on a house. So overall, I would say the sales process was not bad at all. The people over at Peterson Toyota were really nice, and I liked my sales rep a lot. And it was not too high pressure. They were not too sales-y. Okay, so there's the new car, and we did not plan this. I was supposed to get white, but I would have taken any color, and I got the silver, so that was my second choice anyway, so I'm still happy about it.